there's this phenomenal mismatch between ancestral and modern environments.
Yes.
That, as you point out, I think has some positive effects. Like, now you can meet someone. Maybe there's someone, we live in Austin, Texas, but maybe there's someone in San Antonio or Dallas or whatever that would be the perfect mate for us. And then we have that accessible now where we wouldn't in the past.
Right.
But at the same time, then it produces this decision paralysis.
Yes.
And the psychological stance that, there's always someone a little bit better out there, which is why when people ask me for advice, and I'm basically a research psychologist, so I'm not primarily in the advice-giving business, but I say meet the person in real life. Don't stop, DMing or messaging them, week after week after week, because you have to meet the person in real life before you really know.
And you have to meet them, I would imagine, more than one time before their act gets tired.
Absolutely.
Because people put on an act.
Well, yeah, not only that, many of the qualities that are critical for long-term mating success, you can't assess in one snapshot.
Right.
Like that. So things like emotional stability. Mm-hmm. How does this person handle stress? Are they moody or are they resilient? Many of these things require exposure over a long period of time and usually in different situations. That's why one other random piece of advice, which everyone should take with a grain of salt, is I sometimes encourage people, if they're getting serious about someone, to go on vacation. Like go to a foreign country where they don't know anybody, where maybe even they don't speak the language, and so they're kind of forced to experience some stresses, some ambiguities, some novelty, and then you can get a better gauge of how the person responds to the stress and to the novelty, as opposed to if you're just always, meeting in, at Cafe Medici, for your
some glamorous place. You're having cocktails together and everything's perfect.
Yeah.
Go to Guatemala.
Yeah.
Go backpacking.
Yeah.
Stay in a hostel together.
Yeah. Well, and you'd want to curate exactly where you go, and so I've been to Guatemala, and there are some dangerous places there, as there are everywhere, of course.
Yes,
but
of course.
I mean, Guatemala, as you probably know, there's like extreme economic inequality there, and it's as a consequence, I think, produce some high crime rates, and people have zero money, and they're kind of forced into criminal activity.
Great place to test out a new relationship.
Yeah, at a risk. Well, and then the woman would find out very clearly how well this guy's going to be a good bodyguard.
Yes.
'Cause that's one thing women select on is not only the physical qualities, is he going to be a good protector, but also is he psychologically, does he have courage and boldness to be a good protector, even if he has the physical capability of it? Is he going to be able to face down someone who's uncomfortably accosting his girlfriend?
Right. Yeah, that's a giant factor for women that people want to deny exists.
Oh,
there's a lot of weird cultural influences on the denial of these basic premises that you're discussing about why women are attracted to certain men and men are attracted to certain women.